Hello, Live Nation.
Hi, yes, I formed a new band and I'd like a slot on that new festival.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Amazing, brilliant,
name,
yeah.
please?
The band name?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Metallica.
Nice try, mate. That's not going to work.
Why not? So you spend years releasing music and building your name only to get an email and find out the name that you've been using wasn't quite as yours as you once thought. That is, unless you've trademarked it. Hang on. I can smell some full-on geekery. It's time to talk trademark law. So what is a trademark? A trademark is a way of legally claiming your name and your logo. So they are legally yours and no one else can use them to misappropriate your music. Now, just because you got there first and you have the socials and you have the domain name, that doesn't mean that they are legally yours. Whilst you are still using them, this is about ownership. And that's where the trademark comes in. Now this means you can trademark the name if you're an artist or a band, but also you can trademark your logo. So if you've got an amazing logo or an amazing band name, no one else can use it. Let's say you're Rage Against the Machine or the Grateful Dead or Coldplay. Nobody else can legally claim that name. And let's face it, that's not the real reason why no one's claiming the name Coldplay. In 1998, one of the Beach Boys, Mike Love, acquired sole licensing rights to the name The Beach Boys. Now, even though other members of the Beach Boys were still alive, they didn't see eye to eye. Al Jardine, one of the other Beach Boys, was touring under the name Al Jardine of the Beach Boys. And Brian Wilson had just released another album which was called Smile, Unreleased Works by the Beach Boys. The issue with this is they didn't own the rights to the name The Beach Boys, so anything that they did was misappropriating the name The Beach Boys, even though Brian Wilson, one of the main members of the Beach Boys, was releasing music by the Beach Boys. Crazy. And this is why ownership is so important and why you need a trademark. Imagine this. You've just built an awesome house and it is looking sick. Inside you have kitted it out. You've even got those taps where the water like comes over the top. Amazing. And then someone comes along, turfs you out, knocks your house down and says, this is not your land. You have no right to build this house. Guys, quick interruption. You're clearly releasing music and serious about getting results. So have you checked out DK Music Business Academy? It's got over 50 hours worth of courses, including the Roadmap to 1 Million Streams course. On top of that, you've got live sessions with me every single week and a community of like-minded musicians from all over the world. And as well as that, there's even my playlisting tool Sonar, where you can get in touch with playlist curators when you're releasing music. What have you got to lose? 7-day free trial, links in the description. Let's crack on with the video. So when should you trademark? Now, this is where you have to be clever because it does cost money to trademark. Not only do you have to trademark the name, potentially you're trademarking the logo, but also in different areas, which we'll come to in a minute. So we need to be clever and not just trademark from the start only to waste money. But the right time for me is when you have income and outgoing. Let's say you're bringing money in from streams, from regular gigs or tours, maybe some merch. At this point, you are a bona fide business. Now, a business doesn't mean you have a trademark, but if you have a business, then you need a business bank account. If you have a business bank account, you're going to be paying taxes, at which point this is the time that you should think about having a trademark. So then comes the million-dollar question.
How did Coldplay get so big? Sheer luck. Comically bad music. I'm the quiz master, and even I don't know. It's B. The answer is B.
No, that's not the question. The question is, how do you trademark? Well, first, you have to do a search to make sure that no one else has that name. Because if they do, you can't trademark it. So once you've discovered that the trademark is available, at which point you need to decide who is going to own this trademark. Could be yourself if you're an artist, or it could be one person, two people, or all of a band. Now, what's really important is that this is agreed with, because people will leave a band, people will join a band, but ownership is forever. So whoever owns that trademark can literally put a stop to everything that happens from that point onwards with that band. Next, you need to decide where the trademark will be, because every territory needs its own trademark. So I happen to be in the UK right now, so if I trademark the name Grandad's Belly Button Fluff Extractors, I'd be an idiot. But also, it means I haven't trademarked it in Germany or Australia or America. So if Grandad's Belly Button Fluff Extractors exists in America with an American trademark, they're fine. It means I can't step on their toes and they can't step on my toes. And lastly, you need to decide on the category that your trademark will fit in. This is where it gets complicated because there's different trademarks for things like education or entertainment or merchandise, as in clothing, and so you need to buy a trademark for each of the categories that you're going to fit in. This is where it starts to get quite expensive. Trademarking in your country will cost a different amount depending on where you live, but let's take the US as an example. It costs around $350 to trademark your name and $350 to trademark your logo. Now, if you want to trademark your name and your logo in entertainment, but you also want to trademark your name and your logo in merch or apparel, then all of a sudden, you're not talking about a $350 across the board payment. You're talking about 4 lots. And if you start looking into different countries, all of a sudden it gets more and more expensive. Now there are a few ways of doing this. It usually takes around 18 months to trademark a name and a logo. You can do this yourself with some painstaking Google searching and form filling, or you can hire a lawyer. In fact, I do believe that if you are outside of the US trying to fulfill a trademark in the US, I think you do need a lawyer anyway, legally, but you can do a lot of this yourself depending on what you want to trademark. So in summary, we have to be protective over the brand that you are building, that someone can't come and steal it or knock it down. But at the same point, we also have to be mindful that it's quite expensive, so the timing is right. In fact, a lot of major artists didn't even start trademarking until 6 months after their debut album, at which point they were like, okay, this is making some money, we really need to protect this. But as this can get quite expensive, my advice is make sure you are onto a winner, because this is about priorities. And if you are going to invest $1,000 into a trademark, think of what you could do with that $1,000 should this be about music promo, to make sure that you can get your name out there first, get some money in, and use that money to then build your trademark. So there you go, that's everything you need to know about trademarking your name and logo around the world. And if you are serious about your music career, why not come and check out DK Music Business Academy? The link is in the description below. There's over 50 hours worth of courses and information like this that you need if you're going to have a career as a musician and as an artist releasing music. On top of that, there's live sessions. There's also a community of amazing musicians from all around the world, just like yourself. And there's Sonar, which is a database of playlisters that you can get in touch with. No brainer, 7-day free trial. Come and join us in DKMBA. Otherwise, do me a favor, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you again soon.